Morning Geeks! Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here, and welcome to the show we call Morning Geeks because, well, it's all about the morning and all about the geeks. Hopefully you got your coffee here, and hopefully you're ready to go because I'm ready to go. Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine, Think Magazine, put in a geek, and you got me. You can tweet me over at Geekazine, of course, email me at Geekazine, or go to geekazine.com to geek out whenever you want. Geek out, folks. So today we've got a big show today. I said today. And, of course, it is Stardate 307612.87. So hopefully you've got your day planned for this. Happy World Elephant Day. Happy Sea Org Day. And happy birthday to community star Yvette Nicole Brown, guitarist Mark Knopfler, and, of course, the crispy colonel himself, George Hamilton. Remember, he also played a vampire in Love at First Bite. And he was also in movies like The Fine Young Cannibals, Doctor, You Gotta Be Kidding Me, Off to See the Wizard, which was a TV spinoff of The Wizard of Oz, The Man Who Loved Cat Dancing, and The Happy Hooker Goes to Washington. Man, I really do want Hamilton's life. No, not that Hamilton, not the one that, Broadway Hamilton. This is actually George Hamilton. So, anyway. Got a new product here. I got to bend over to get it really quick. Yeah. Comment there. Anyway. What? There we go. This is from RAM Mounts. Pretty interesting. What it is it's a mount for your tablet. Now, this one, I guess this is for an iPad mini, because it doesn't fit my regular iPad, but it does fit my Kindle Fire, which is pretty cool. So basically what happens is I have a sideways. So you take these and you kind of squeeze them together. And as you can see, that puts it, that holds it, the mount together. And then I can put this on a stand, like I can put it on underneath the camera, so I can do some teleprompter stuff. I'll definitely put this into my rig. I can also use this as a musician because I use programs for my music that are on the tablet rather than have books and paper and stuff like that. So RAM mounts, this is pretty cool. They also sent me something with GPS, so I can mount it onto my car. But I don't have a GPS system, so I'm not sure what that will do. But anyway, that's RAM mounts. And so we of course, we always review here at Geekazine. We review lots of products. Next week, we're going to be doing some big videos that I've been working on for the last week or two. So we will get that out to you. And, of course, go over to geekazine.com to check it all out there. As you can see, we've got this how to get HBO Showtime stars without getting a cable subscription. You can do that nowadays. And you can do that legally nowadays. Gotta love it. So, anyway, without further ado or further ado, for the 4 of you that are watching live and many of you that will be watching recorded, thank you very much for coming to the show and geeking out with me. Let's get into this week's Geekery. This week's Geekery. Geekery. Yes, I use that word, so. All right, it's the 30th anniversary of Transformers, the movie. It does bring a somber note to this geek, and I'll tell you, that's the day where one of my best friend's sister was killed in a bike truck accident. Now, she and a family friend basically were biking back with the money that we were going to use to see the movie, get popcorn, all that other good stuff. When she didn't show up, we ended up taking our bikes, figuring that we'll just meet her at the movie theater. And we actually passed by a scene where fire trucks and ambulances were starting to drive off. Didn't have any idea of what it was until later. And of course, I highlight this haul on my Facebook page. Go over to facebook.com/Jeffrey Powers. It is public profile, so you should be able to see the post. But this movie, the 30th anniversary, this will always have a place in my heart, simply because of the fact of what happened. And read it, you'll understand everything that I'm talking about here. So let's move on. Speaking of people passing, we pay tribute to Barry Jenner, a.k.a. Admiral William Ross from Deep Space Nine. He was a veteran actor that also played in Dallas, Knots Landing, and the roles in Starman and the TV series V, the original series, not that remake one that they made just a couple years ago, which kind of failed miserably. So, but anyway, Barry Jenner, rest in peace, of course. So. All right, the new trailer for Star Wars Rogue One was released yesterday. I won't spoil anything for you, but I will say that it was well done and definitely makes me excited for this new movie coming out in December. Rogue One follows the crew that obtained the plans to the Death Star that we heard about in Episode 4. As fast as it came up, it went right back down. Nintendo pulls the 145 issues of Nintendo Power that we reported on being up on archive.org last week. Now, Nintendo came out with a statement saying that they did not approve of the posting and they need to protect their intellectual property. So instead of free on the internet, you have to pay the $500 to $500 an issue on eBay, just like the rest of us, if you want to get your collection of Nintendo Power. Are you ready for the Hey Whopperito? What? It's a Burger King version of the Tex-Mex gone wild, I guess. I don't know. It's a Whopper in the form of a burrito. The new the new menu item hits BK menus on August 15th. And believe it or not, the Whopper burrito is to compete with Chipotle. So does that mean that we're going to be seeing the norovirus at Burger King restaurants? Would it be called norovirus Rito? I don't know. I will tell you that it hit early. In fact, it was on the menu at Burger King late last night when we stopped there for a late night snack. And so, yes, I did have it. You saw it up on my Instagram that I was devouring a Whopperito. My initial thoughts, yeah, not so much. It's a Whopper in a burrito shell. That's basically it. So it didn't have. I wanted a little bit more zest, a little bit more zing. Maybe put in a little bit more. I mean, something Tex-Mexish. Maybe some rice. Maybe some guacamole. Maybe some sauerkraut. I don't know, something like that. It just didn't have the bouncy flavor that I expected. So, but anyway, what are your thoughts? Go get a Whopperito. Let me know and tweet me over at Geekazine on this. So, have you seen the new images of Mars? NASA published over 1,000 of them, and they look really interesting and very weird in some cases. Some look like skin, others look like close-ups of paintings. We could literally play a game called Mars or Infectious Skin on these photos, and for cash and prizes, I guess. So, bottom line is they are breathtaking and a planet untouched, and truly, truly a geeky thing. A new leaked trailer shows us Pokémon Sun and Moon. No, it's not for your Pokemon Go players out there, but you never know if they'll start showing up in your Pokemon Go catalog. This game is where you can play as Team Skull or Team Moon. It's expected to release in November. I'm actually getting ready for a Spider-Man Homecoming, looking forward to it. After Sony pretty much numbed me to the hero, the Marvel take-back might breathe some new life into this. Tom Holland's debut as Peter will also bring the Tinkerer into play. Now, Michael Chernus is going to play the role of the Tinkerer. You might notice him from things like Orange is the New Black, and the other one was Men in Black. He was in that. The other villain has not been named yet, and of course, they're going to start shooting soon for a June or July of 2017 release. So we can't wait for that to happen. When a double entendre comes to life, we have new to this week. Hopefully your kids don't want you to take them to see this movie. If they do, you might not want to do it. They might just not want to eat ever again. So this is not a good kids movie. The Sausage Party is seen from the eyes of the food when they realize that they're about to be eaten. They then go to try and save the others from the horror. Seth Rogen and Michael Cera are the minds behind this adult CGI movie.
They're eating children!
Smurf. Don't worry, kiddies. Not only will you have a movie in Pete's Dragon, but the whole family will be able to share all of their memories. This remake of the classic 1977 Disney kids movie will feature a CGI dragon and an updated quest between him and Pete. I wonder if Rogan and Cena will see this movie. Maybe that'll inspire them to make the Puff the Magic Dragon remake.
This guy came into my shop today.
I have a broken down old barn. It's probably haunted.
Say haunted?
It's just very, very creepy.
If we could document some ghost activity, we can actually do something with our lives.
I'm in.
If you're looking for a more indie geek movie this weekend, check out Ghost Team. A group of misfits do some ghost hunting. It's not the Ghostbusters, but it does seem to have some good fun. Starring John Heder and David Krumholtz, Ghost Team is in limited theater release. This Tuesday you can own Angry Birds, but then again, you can play the game now and have a better time with your money.
What's up, zombie? I've been praying physically, I got the arms, I've been praying mentally, so whoever's on my team, they should be in good hands.
If you have a subscription to YouTube Red, then check out Fight of the Living Dead Experiment 88, where YouTube stars will have to work together to get out of some situation involving zombies. This season 2 of the reality show is from YouTube Red. You can watch season 1 now. And that is new to this week. Yeah, definitely can wait. If you have the YouTube Red subscription, definitely check that all out and go from there. All right, let's get back into the news. Actually, before we get back into the news, just one note. I want to thank everybody that noticed that after the new to this week segment, there was a bit of a latency lag. Hopefully that won't happen this week. Hopefully I've got that all under control. But definitely got that. It'll keep going. It might just look like this. How are you all doing? I am doing well. Like that, you know. So anyway, let's get back into the news here. As Amazon is taking to the skies. What? Well, sort of. Amazon's first branded freighter jet took a flight from New York to Seattle and debuted at Seafair last week, which is an event in Seattle. The Boeing 767 is the first of a 40-plane fleet that will help deliver your package in 2 days or less. No, it's not Air Force One, and it's not on a superjet or anything like that. But it's at least has your packages, and we need our packages, right? Yes, we do. Gotham Season 3 will see the introduction of the MadHatter, one of my favorite villains from Batman. It's a hypnotist that uses mind tricks to skirt the law. Benedict Samuel will play the role, and if you think he looks familiar, that is because he was Alpha Wolf on The Walking Dead from last season. Now, it's very interesting because, you know, I don't see the W on his forehead. I guess their makeup did a good job in covering that. And then, of course, part of that's because there's a hat on his head. So, you know, that's why. It's possible. So, all right, well, now we know why the water has been turning green at the Rio Olympics. Listen up if you have an Android phone. If you're using a phone that has a Qualcomm chip, there we go, a Qualcomm chip from the United States, then you might have a bug in the system. Now, they found that the BlackBerry Priv, the Nexus 5X, the HTC One, the HTC M9 and 10, the LG G4, the G5, and the V10, the Moto X, OnePlus One, the OnePlus 2, OnePlus 3, and some Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge phones, and the Sony Xperia Ultra phones are all affected on this. Now, while no one has used these flaws maliciously, they could start, which is why I don't think they're saying what the problems are with the chip. But they will say that Qualcomm has done some of the patches and should have all the patches ready to update your phones very shortly. So just keep that in mind if you are doing anything high security on your phone. Finally, very interesting. Did you know someone is suing the studio that DC and Warner Brothers for Suicide Squad? Reddit user BlackPanther has put out a statement saying that he will be suing Warner Brothers and DC Comics for misleading advertising. Now, he states, my brother, who is a lawyer, and I are going to sue the WB and DC for false advertising, misleading visuals and images, and gaining a profit from us and millions of others due to these acts. Now, he continues on and how he drove 300 miles to see this really bad movie. And it is bad, don't get me wrong, but notice the scenes of Jared Leto Joker in the trailers were not in the actual movie. And in fact, he noticed there were a lot of them that were like that. He was suing on the basis that these specific scenes did not make it in. And of course, that led for a misleading trailer, which ultimately he then didn't like the movie. The scenes were apparently flashbacks that Margot Robbie, who plays Harley Quinn in the movie, stated were cut. She explained it all on a podcast called Tipsy Talk. Now, I don't know how I feel about this whole lawsuit thing. It might not even happen. I mean, this is a Reddit user named BlackPanther. Think about that. But BlackPanther is right in his statement. You are using this trailer as a basis to see the movie, just like with Rogue One. I liked how it looks, but if any of those scenes were not in the actual movie, and the movie just completely was horrible, that's a little bit misleading right there. So I've seen trailers, and many trailers, where I've noticed that there's a specific scene that I'm just waiting for in the movie, and it never shows up. I also seen spliced scenes that misled. There was one that actually happened for the summer blockbusters. I can't think of it offhand, but the reason why they split it in half was because there was some swearing in the middle, and they put it together to work. And it did work, and the movie, it was a good movie, and once again, I just can't remember what movie it was. So back to the point of suing a film company. And what could Black Panther could really get out of this? I mean, is he going to get a free movie pass? Is he going to get reimbursed for the 300-mile journey? What kind of 300? Are there no theaters where he's from, where he has to take a 300-mile trip just to see a movie? And wouldn't you want to kind of base other things around that? We're going to go 300 miles. Well, I might as well stop at the Starbucks. I might as well stop because we don't have a Starbucks where I live. Might as well stop at the Target because we don't have a Target where I live. Things like that. So, I know I joked about this in New to This Week, but maybe Seth Rogen and Michael Cera should listen up and possibly work on making a movie based on his Panther's real life story of heartbreak. Heartbreak. Are you heartbroken? I was actually, I'll tell you one thing. I was very heartbroken on that movie, Suicide Squad. No spoilers, but I will tell you, I did not like it at all. It's one of the first movies in a long time where I was, after about 20 minutes, I had 30 minutes, I was kind of sitting there going, is it over yet? Is it over yet? Is it over yet? It was crazy. And it sucks because, I want these types of movies to be very, very awesome. The Deadpools, the Guardians of the Galaxies. These are all the underdog stories. These are the stories that don't normally get told. And I have a feeling in December, Rogue One, that's an underdog story. And we're going to see it and we're going to love it. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. But everything that I've seen and heard so far basically says that this is going to be a great movie to go see and go from there. But I don't know. Anyway, what were your thoughts on Suicide Squad? What are your thoughts on any of the other movies that you go to see, or any of the stuff we talk about on Morning Geeks? Let me know by tweeting me over at Geekazine. Of course, geekazine@gmail.com. And hey, come back next week. We're going to have a show next week. Yeah, I'm going to give you a show next week. That's what I do. I give you shows for free. That's, over at Geekazine. Go ahead and subscribe over at youtube.com/Geekazine, facebook.com/Geekazine, and then just bookmark Geekazine.com into your library of bookmarks, because we all use our bookmarks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Thanks a lot for watching. You guys geek out as always, and we'll see you next week on Morning Geeks as we go to episode 17. So 17, not 17. I'm using Snapchat. Anyway, take care and geek out, folks. That's it. The show's over. You can go now. Thanks. Bye.